Jeep Gladiator, the perfect mix or overkill? And welcome back to Automotive JT. So is the Jeep Gladiator the perfect mix or is it overkill? You know, I'm out cruising around today. I'm in South Texas, about as far south as you can go before you're in Mexico. And it's quite a windy day outside. And I'm sure you can hear the wind noise inside the truck. Probably about 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts. And everything's blowing around quite a bit. It's 55 degrees, but mostly sunny. I don't see a cloud in the sky. So as I'm out here driving around in this gusty wind, got me thinking about the Jeep Gladiator and whether it really is the perfect mix or if it's overkill, particularly on a day like this when you kind of have to fight the wind a little bit. You know, if I was in a passenger car, maybe something a little bit more aerodynamic, maybe even an SUV with a little bit more curviness to it, if you will, to cut through the wind, it might be a little bit easier to drive. And don't get me wrong, it's not like it's difficult to drive the Gladiator in the wind. It's just a little more effort required, I suppose, as it kind of buffets you back and forth on the road, depending which way you're going. But this video isn't really about driving the Jeep Gladiator in the wind. I think actually I've done a video like that and how higher profile vehicles are in the wind. But it's more so about the daily livability of the Jeep Gladiator and whether it is the perfect mix or overkill for maybe what you're going to do with it. Now, let me explain what I'm talking about. When I say the perfect mix, I'm kind of talking about being able to daily drive it back and forth to work, you know, a nice leisurely cruise. The last thing you want to do is be driving a vehicle that you hate to be in, is not fun to drive while you're fighting rush hour traffic and trying to stay alert to all the craziness that's going on out there. So let me say, first of all, no, I don't think it's terrible to drive. It does drive really well. It is really comfortable. And I would say it's at least as comfortable as any SUV out there, and certainly any other mid-sized pickup truck. But as far as overkill goes, you know, I thought about this myself really when I bought my first truck ever. You know, do I really need a truck, or is it overkill? Is it something that I'm going to use once a year? You know, maybe if I go to the mall and buy something big that I need to be able to throw in the back. Because it does save you a little bit of time and money if you can haul things yourself. Now, when I say money, obviously, a lot of places will charge you some sort of delivery fee. I always hated that. If you went and you bought something, particularly if it was expensive, you know, back in the day, a bigger TV or maybe a piece of furniture, something like that, and then the store tacks on some kind of delivery fee on top of it. You know, I never liked that. I always thought, you know, if you're going to charge me a fee, then just incorporate it in the price. And if I tell you I'm going to pick it up myself, then give me some kind of a discount. But make it a little bit more palatable, right? I don't like paying the fees, particularly if I'm spending a lot of money somewhere. As far as the time, I suppose, you know, you don't have to screw around and wait for that delivery service to show up. You know, I have spent hours and hours in my life waiting for delivery companies to show up. Sometimes they give you a window. You know, they're going to tell you they'll be there within the next 4 hours. 4 hours? I don't want to wait around 4 hours. So it's just much more convenient to have the truck and to be able to set my own timetable. Pick it up when I want, bring it home. The only downside to that, of course, is if you have something that's big and heavy, now you're going to need somebody to help you take it out of the truck. That's another consideration, I suppose, when you pick things up yourself. Now let's talk about fuel economy. You know, you're paying to drive around this gas-loving vehicle because it's not a hypermiler. You know, right now, if I look at the fuel economy on my truck, let's arrow through the screens, see what we get to. I am getting 15.3 miles per gallon. 15.3 miles per gallon. I mean, really, from a daily driver standpoint, that's horrible. There are much better vehicles out there you could be daily driving around. And you know, think about that, and this has crossed my mind before. You have a vehicle so you can go to work and make money, right? But if you've got a vehicle like this that gets horrible gas mileage, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, compared to other options, you're spending more money to go to work to make money. Just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But of course there are trade-offs, the comfort, the drivability, all that good stuff that kind of makes it worthwhile for me. So is it overkill or is it practical? I guess practicality really is what comes into play. And it really depends on you. You know, once you throw the comfort and the drivability and all that stuff out the window, then you have to really look at what is it costing me, and do I use the features of this truck? I like the bed. Do I ever haul anything? Am I ever going to haul anything? For me, yes. Just to have that freedom alone is well worth it to me. To be able to go to Lowe's and pick up a bunch of bags of stinky mulch, throw them in the back of the truck, rocks, whatever it might be, it's well worth it to me than having to depend on somebody to drop it off and deliver it at my house, or throw it in the back of my trunk, or an SUV that's all carpeted and have that lovely stinky smell in there, plus all the dirt and grime and stuff that you're going to get. It's well worth it to me. So it's kind of multifunctional. It is the perfect mix. It gives me daily driver ability, which obviously I need. It gives me the ability to haul stuff, which I love, and the comfort and fun of driving it, which just makes owning it more pleasurable for me. So I wouldn't trade it off. I wouldn't not have a truck. I guess if I had a traditional job, for those of you who don't know, this is my full-time job. I am a professional content creator for Google. I'm a YouTuber. So this is what I do every day. I don't have to be anywhere really, unless I make an appointment to go look at a vehicle or maybe meet with a salesman or a service call, I suppose. But otherwise, it's really just part of the channel for me. But still, if I had a car, I would have a Jeep Gladiator, or at least a truck of some sort on top of it, just for those occasions when I do want to haul stuff. It gives me the flexibility to be able to do it, and it's the perfect mix. Definitely not overkill for me. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you use your truck? Is it overkill? You don't really care, you like it, and that's the way it's going to be. I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about my 2021 Toyota Tacoma. And Rob Motive FST, all about my 2021 Toyota Tundra. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.